I would like to start by thanking the selection committee for this great honor and congratulate the other inductees. In preparing for tonight's event, I reflected upon how I got to where I am today. There are several people I would like to recognize for their guidance and support. First, my parents. They immigrated to the U.S. from Germany in 1956, 2 years before I was born. I'm glad they chose Bristol as the place to settle. I think Bristol was a great place to grow up. They didn't know much about American sports, but I am grateful they enrolled my brother and me at the boys club when I was 7. I was introduced to Biddy basketball, and my love of the game grew from there. It continued with boys club travel teams, pickup games in high school, and leagues after college. The boys club was a very important part of my life, and much of the credit goes to Rex Hamilton, who provided such a great environment for kids to grow and mature. I also need to mention a family that was very influential in my formative years. Between 4th and 5th grade, I was lucky to move in next door to the Greenleaf family. Jerome and Evelyn, or Mr. and Mrs. Green to me, and their 2 boys, Jim and John, who many of us know as Onion. We became the best of friends. Jim, by the way, is here tonight from Houston. John couldn't get here from Australia. Onion is 1 year younger than me, and we played on many teams together. Mr. Green was an avid Bristol sports enthusiast, and in my mind, a model sports parent, always offering encouragement and support, and always positive. He was always there if needed to drive us to our various sports events. The Greenleafs were like a second family to me. In the high school off season, I spent many a night honing my skills, playing pickup with the older members at the boys club, but only after I finished my homework, as required by my father. I worked hard in school and on the court, leading me to studying pre-med at Trinity, and where I was co-captain of the basketball team. I then went on to UConn Med School in Farmington. I still couldn't give up the game, and I formed a team of medical students to play in the local Farmington Men's League, and I think we won it 2 out of 3 years. After med school, I continued to play in various leagues and was fortunate to play with many great players, including our very own Bruce Kaczynski, who I've played with for many years. Who wouldn't appreciate a 6'9" stud who spent time in the NBA as a teammate? Our last league ended just 3 years ago, but my playing days aren't over. I'm a member of a team that has represented Connecticut in the last 3 national senior games, bringing home a gold and a bronze so far. We plan to play in the 2019 senior games in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I enjoy the opportunity to do some coaching as well, including my kids' rec leagues and 3 years of travel basketball with my son, serving as president of the travel program my last year. I actually thank Mark Noon for getting me involved and actually helping me quite a bit along the way. It was a rewarding experience and a learning experience. I realized coaching is not easy. And for this reason, I have the utmost respect for the many great coaches I've had in the past and the many dedicated coaches we have here in the audience tonight. I would also like to acknowledge my high school friends and classmates, many of whom are here tonight, for their support and all the fun we had playing pickup and league games, although mostly I remember them busting me about not giving up the ball. I wish to acknowledge my extended family, the Carusos and Proleskis, for coming to support me tonight. In closing, I would like to share my proudest accomplishment. I have to give my lovely wife, Gail, a lot of the credit, but I'll take a little. We are blessed with 3 wonderful children. Lindsay, Allie, and Greg. I'm thrilled that they could be here tonight. Thank you again to the Bristol Sports Hall of Fame for this recognition.